Hi guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be discussing a situation and experience, a hell of an experience actually. It was just what could have happened, and well, let's get to it. So, our actual team, for the fact that we did conduct counter drug operations throughout the actual southwest region of the border, we were asked and we took our own precautions to stay safe and our family safe. So uh, one of them was not to cross into Mexico uh, frequently, because pick up your routines. Uh, do not let only your immediate family should actually know exactly what you do at work. You don't have to actually put it out there. And of course, if you're a line agent and you see people cross that of course, you can't actually do that. But we were actually pretty privileged in actually trying not trying to, but actually in actually hiding that, and you and then when we actually needed to go to TJ or Mexico, uh it was unannounced. As for me showing up to like a Christmas event, uh a wedding or a quinceañera or any kind of party, it would be a surprise for me to show up just for that fact of for the security of you know of everybody. So when I did actually attend these events, I basically had to sneak out of the country and then sneak back in. Of course, agents would see me sneak back in, but you know they did not know what my policies and procedures were for my team. So I would just tell them, hey, just keeping the down low, just please, and there would be no problem, coming in and out. But a certain Christmas we went out there just for a few hours, by the way, not overnight or nothing long, not no long durations. Just enough to get in and out and say hello and say goodbye. So uh, this time it would be my brother-in-law's house. So we get there. Um, his brother rents a room next door, not a room, but an apartment next door to his house. So they live in the same property, and we're there, just just conversations, and it's Christmas time. It's Christmas Eve actually, and then uh, the brother comes over and we're introduced to her, and he is he was shorter than my brother-in-law, so uh, and he also walked with a limp, and I'm not quite sure how he got that limp, but he moved slow. He moved slow, and he was shorter. And as the evening went by, I didn't really get a good vibe from the actual brother, and but to each his own. I mean, I'm not bothering anybody, but you don't know what's on his mind. You know what I mean? And it was that deep. It was that deep, and it was that uncomfortable. So time to go and kind of say goodbye. Everybody says cordial and everything. We all take off, and you know we cross the border. We get home and everything. So I bring it up to my girl. I bring it up and I said, hey, uh, what's up with so and so? I said, I just didn't feel right. Make me feel uncomfortable, and I let her know exactly how I felt and everything. Hey, but I told her, I told her this in confidence, and I didn't. For sure, I did not want nothing spoken on this actual subject farther from our conversation. I did not want nothing to go, and I asked her not to actually mention it to anybody. But you know how that goes, you know. we all knew what the result was, right? So she hits up my brother-in-law, like, what's up? It's so what's up with your brother, and and made me feel all uncomfortable with, and so that went through, and I wasn't happy. So I said, you know what? I cut my losses. I'm never gonna go there again. I'm never gonna go there again. What for? And then so I just, you know, seasons passed, and so now, well, we're headed back there one more time. And I asked her, hey, is the brother gonna be there? I don't think so. I think he moved out. Something like that. He mentioned that. And so we get to the actual to the event. I forget what it was. So we're chilling out, and my brother-in-law just started saying, not to me, but just starts telling the story about the soldiers going over there and going to look and pick up his brother. And I'm like, okay, and then so everything just, everything was cool. And oh no, no, and I know why he brought it up. He brought it up because he found it funny that they went in there and they actually tore. Not, it wasn't that big of an apartment, but they actually went through every single drawer. They went through everything trying to find something, something, and they didn't find anything. And he found my brother found it funny because all along they had their hand on the actual special compartment. It was actually in the door, so he kept his rifles and his guns in the actual door, and he did it in such way that he actually balanced the actual door to where it wouldn't have seemed heavy or light. It would have seemed like a regular door, but yet he had the rifles and handguns in there just perfect. And actually, uh, how do you say it? I guess holders. He built holders on it, so they would just lay. They wouldn't move around. Put it that way. They wouldn't move around, and make noise. So that's what he found funny, that all along there they had their hand on the actual compartment, and they never found the guns. They found the weapons, right? But then again, his brother never came back. So, uh, so that was a funny part, right? So they took me for questioning and everything, and that was it. Nobody asked anything further. Uh, at the little group we were actually having a conversation. So as the party starts dispersing, is uh is my brother-in-law hits me up and he says, "Hey, man." And so they took my brother in, and they have their ways of interrogating people, and they have ways of actually getting answers out of you. Okay, and it's not nice. It's not nothing legal either. So turns out that the what's it called, fiscal, the actual the district attorney out there, uh, pinned 183 homicides on him. He was a Sicario. He was a hitman. I didn't know. I would have never even talked about him if I knew that. Okay. Anyways, he did not look the part. He did not act the part, and he lived comfortable. And by the way, these two brothers, they grew up in East LA throughout their childhood, and as they got older, they moved down to TJ with their mom, and they actually own houses down there. So uh, they went back after uh, getting educated over here and everything, and so it worked out for them. Well, for my brother-in-law, not the other one. Not quite as smart as can be. So turns out he was a hitman, and that's all he actually did. So now they got him in the interrogation and everything. They dropped the charges on. I mean, they put the charges on him. 183 homicides. At that point, at that time, he's able to get out of his seat, get up, and tell them, "No, you're not gonna pin 183 homicides on me. Now, 66 I have done. and you know about them, but not 183. And and they took him for that. So they tried to pin over 100 on him, uh, extra murders, but it didn't work out for them. So who else are gonna put it on? They'll find somebody else to put that one on. So he admitted to 66, but not to 183. He said there's no way I could have done that because he got paid for each individual hit. Maybe about oh man, I don't want to. Maybe about less than $60. I don't. I'm not seeing they're paying 80 to $100 a hit. I'm not seeing that. I mean, I'm not seeing that. So I'm thinking about, let's say 60 a hit. That's how, and he would be getting paid high because $20. Hey, somebody take you out down there for $20. $20 down there, and it's sad, but it is like that. But I know for a fact he did not get more than $100 a hit. No way. There's no way somebody's paying that down there. So, but yeah, that was it. And he'll be in there for about 40 years if he survives. But he's in actually the new jail, what's called El Hongo. Yeah, I think it's up by Tecate, the new one. It's a little bit more modern, kind of Americanized actual prison. So that's one for the books, man. And you would have never, I would have never known. I would have never known this guy. He, like I said, he walked with a limp. He was shorter, and he moved slow. So it surprised me when they told me that. And 66, just like nothing. He contested it. He was insulted that he was actually labeled for 183 actually. So that's about it. And so don't forget to like, subscribe.